Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily. Me, John Jordan. So, news looking at today is that the Vorto Gaming, which is not a name that's maybe familiar for people, but it's the company behind Hashrush. So, Hashrush has been a game in development well over 3 years in various forms and through various companies. So, anyway, they are now called Vorto Gaming out of Sweden. And they've got a grant from the NEAR blockchain. So the NEAR blockchain is one of these new, people call them sort of third generation blockchains, new wave blockchains. And they are basically sort of taking the kind of the success of Ethereum and sort of finding new ways of sort of building faster blockchains that have lower gas fees. Obviously, Ethereum is struggling with that at the moment. So the NEAR blockchain is a EVM compatible blockchain. So it's compatible with Ethereum. You can run the same code that runs on Ethereum as on NEAR. And yeah, it's interesting. NEAR is sort of picking up some momentum. I wouldn't say it's currently, from my point of view, like a leader in these new blockchains. So obviously we have sort of Binance Smart Chain for DeFi. We have Solana doing some interesting stuff. Flow obviously as well for entertainment products. But NEAR is sort of one of those. Even if it's not kind of nearest the front, there is some interesting stuff going on there. And obviously they have lots of their tokens. So they've granted 25,000 NEAR tokens. NEAR tokens currently kind of $5-6, so $125,000 ish, plus some USD. So that's from the NEAR Foundation. So foundations on blockchains typically, grant kind of money and investment to encourage developers to develop their applications and their games on that blockchain. So Vorto is now deploying its Vorto Network Minimum Viable Product. I don't quite know what that means. But obviously, they're basically building something to run on the NEAR blockchain to kind of check how it works. So NEAR blockchain is slightly weird compared to a lot of other blockchains. That it does sharding. So sharding splits things up. So not every node is dealing with every transaction. So a lot of people don't like that. But obviously, it's a way of providing scalability. And if you can solve some of the problems people think there are with scaling, then obviously it's actually a really good way of making a very fast blockchain. The press release is other than that a little bit light on what actually is going on. So obviously people are saying Vorto is saying nice things about NEAR, and NEAR is probably saying nice things about Vorto. So Hashrush here is still in development, still on Ethereum, although I imagine going to a layer 2 like probably Polygon. So that's still in development, but I can't see why they couldn't run Hashrush now on NEAR. So one of the reasons they might want to do that is if you've done a lot of kind of NFT sales on Ethereum, you don't want people to pay the gas fees to port them over to a new blockchain that kind of adds friction in the system. So there may be a reason why you don't want to do that. It may be that they can take some of the tech and some of the stuff from Hashrush and sort of build it in a different way. Maybe some of the art assets and build a different sort of game. Hashrush is a sort of real-time strategy game. So you may want to, you could maybe take those, do something in that world that wouldn't be quite so complex. We will wait and see. But I guess it is interesting that we are seeing these new blockchains coming out. There's been a big focus on DeFi because DeFi is where a lot of the money is. But I think now with NFTs becoming increasingly sort of mass market, although probably not quite mass market yet, people are now very much on the case that games are something that is going to onboard a lot of people. So if you have a successful game on your blockchain, then that just gets a lot of people on your blockchain. You get activity there, you get people spending on there, and then actually gaming is quite a good foundation for them building other things. We did actually see that with Ethereum. So Ethereum, sort of dApps kickstarted with CryptoKitties, and that kickstarted a lot of games. And not all those were successful. Some of them, Axie Infinity, very successful and still going. But we can kind of see games sort of gets people excited about blockchain. So I think that's why there's a fair amount of competition amongst these new kind of third generation blockchains to sort of get games on there. Game developers are in high demand, so that's good for them. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, taking the pulse of what's going on in this kind of very fast moving, high blood pressure kind of sector at the moment. Please subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching, and see you.